we are doing the revision of this chapter, that is motion, right? So we have started with definitions pertaining to this lesson in the previous class, and in today's session I'll be talking about scalar and vector quantities, and we'll be discussing or we'll be revising the distance time graph or graphical patterns related to this chapter, right? Now, first, scalar and vector quantities. This we have learnt earlier itself. See, a scalar quantity is described by a magnitude only. It has got only one number. Means it's described by a single number, you could say. Volume, mass, speed, and time are some examples of scalar quantity. You will have a doubt in your mind when the velocity and speed are having the same unit. Why speed is coming under scalar and velocity is coming under vector? See, we take speed under scalar because speed, it is the magnitude of velocity, right? That is why speed is considered as a scalar quantity. Clear to you? Once again I am telling you, a scalar quantity is described by a magnitude only. It is described by a single number. Volume, mass, speed and time are some of the examples of scalar quantity. Speed and velocity both have the unit meter per second, but speed is referred as a scalar quantity and velocity is referred as a vector quantity. Why speed is referred as a scalar quantity? Because speed is the magnitude of velocity, right? And velocity is the speed in a particular direction. Clear? Now, a vector quantity has both magnitude and direction, and these vector quantities are very, very important when you are talking about motion. So what could be the examples of vector quantity? Momentum, acceleration, velocity, right? Displacement. These things can be given as an example for vector quantities. Clear? See, suppose if you are asked to write the difference between scalar and vector quantity, you can write scalar quantities have only magnitude but no direction. Vector quantities has both magnitude and direction. So some examples you can give, like distance and speed for scalar quantity, displacement, velocity, acceleration, these can be given as an example for vector quantities. Clear? Next, we are going to study about the SI units of terms related to motion. SI unit of speed is meter per second. Okay. Velocity is also meter per second. Acceleration is meter per second square. Distance SI unit is meter, and displacement is also meter. These SI units are very, very important. They will be coming under, it will be asked as a part of your objective type of answers. So speed, the SI unit is meter per second. Velocity is also meter per second. Acceleration is meter per second square. Distance is meters. SI unit of displacement is also meter. Clear? Next, we are going to revise the graphical patterns pertaining to the types of motion. How will you represent the distance time graph of the following things? That means when an object is at rest, when the object is showing uniform motion, and when the object is showing non-uniform motion. So when the object is at rest, okay, first of all, when you are drawing a distance time graph, where will you take distance and where will you take the time? The distance is always taken on the y-axis and time is taken on the x-axis. Time is taken on the x-axis and distance is taken on the y-axis. So if you want to draw the graphical pattern or the distance time graph for an object at rest, how will you draw? You have to draw a line parallel to the x-axis. Distance covered is 0. You see, there is no change in the distance. Suppose I have numbers on the distance part like 2, 4, 6, 8, and on time if I have 2, 4 or 5, 10, 15, 20, like that. Here distance, it is at one place only. Time keeps changing. So whatever the time may be, there is no change in the distance. This shows that the object is at rest. So the distance time graph To show an object is at rest is to draw a line parallel to the x-axis. Next, uniform motion. Now again, a distance time graph to represent an object showing uniform motion. Again, distance should be taken on the y-axis, time is taken on the x-axis. So it will be a straight line from the origin. Why? Uniform motion is what? When an object covers equal distance in equal interval of time, we call it as uniform motion. So you show a straight line. Clear? Next, non-uniform motion. Try to recall the definition for non-uniform motion. Unequal distance covered in equal interval of time is what is called as non-uniform motion. So it will be a curved line which shows that the object is showing non-uniform motion. See, again I'm telling you, please listen. Look at the graphical patterns given here, and remember, if you want to draw a distance time graph to show the object at rest, you have to draw a line parallel to the x-axis, and on the x-axis you have to take time, and on the y-axis you have to take distance. Next, to show that the object is showing uniform motion, you have to draw a line, a straight line from the origin. This shows that the object is covering equal distance in equal interval of time. Next, non-uniform motion. To show that, you have to show that the object is covering unequal distance in equal interval of time. So it should be a curved line. So please observe the graphical patterns given here, and you can refer your textbook even for the same. This is very, very important, and you should be thorough with this. Next, velocity time graph to show constant speed and uniform acceleration. Constant speed, velocity time graph. Again, time is taken on the x-axis and velocity on the y-axis. Time is always on the x-axis only. So when you are showing the object is showing constant speed, again it's a line parallel to the x-axis. Then what is uniform acceleration? Equal change in velocity in equal interval of time. So obviously it should be a straight line. Okay, so the velocity time graph to show that the object is showing constant speed is to draw a line parallel to the x-axis. In order to show the object is showing uniform acceleration, you have to draw a straight line, because uniform acceleration is what? Equal change in velocity in equal interval of time. Clear to you? Next, non-uniform acceleration, which should be shown on a velocity time graph. Again, time is taken on the x-axis, velocity is taken on the y-axis. So it should be a curved line, right? Non-uniform, unequal change in velocity in equal interval of time. Whenever there is unequal change in velocity, or distance, obviously you cannot get a straight line there. It should be a curve, or some irregular pattern will only be there. Okay, so next is to show the non-uniform retardation, right? So these things you focus on, that is velocity time graph for constant speed, uniform acceleration and non-uniform acceleration. Hope the graphical patterns are clear to you. Please practice them again and again, and they are all very, very important. Take care till I meet you in the next session, and the next thing will be a worksheet based on the chapter gravitation, which will be posted to you all. Please complete the worksheet and submit as per the instructions given. Okay, so all the best, do well, take care, and have a nice day.